talk to us about love, Nigel.
Well, that's a friend of mine told me. I've got all these friends saying things, and a friend of mine years ago said, he said, "You're addicted to love." And at the time, that really pissed me off. And I kind of thought about that, and I thought, what's wrong with being addicted to love? Like, it's a fantastic feeling, isn't it? But over the years, I realised that it can almost bring a neediness, or just like a desperateness for this feeling, or to be in this mode, you know, to feel these things. And then what do you tolerate to have this? You know, do you find yourself in relationships or situations because you want that feeling, therefore the rest of it you can just tolerate it?
So it's like what you tolerate is the cost in order to have the love thing.
Yeah.
So it's a pay.
And also the desperateness that when you've got something that feels that good, oh God, I can't let that slip away.
Yeah.
So then what are the mechanisms around holding on to it? But I think I became being really close with my mum and feeling almost like my mum was, she was like, I used to call her back then my best friend.
What age?
13, 14, 15.
Right.
Yeah, so I used to think of her as the person I could tell anything. Yeah. You know, and...
so you didn't have male protection, but you had female understanding and safety.
Yeah.
Right.
And kind of an unspoken sensitivity, because she was really sensitive to the moods of my dad and how he was feeling. And, I can remember my perception of it was like, well, leave him alone. Let's go out, or let's...
So he was unmanageable. If he's in a mood, make space.
Well, funny enough, looking back at it and looking back at how he acted, I can see the similarities, but when I have suffered that fatigue, how it changes you as a person, because it does make you really short-tempered, you can't concentrate, memory issues. So I look back at him and I was hard on him. And then since his transition recently, my positive way of putting it, of course,
means a different thing these days.
Yeah, and it means so much more to me than the typical view of looking at that. But anyway, I can see that what he was suffering from was a version of fatigue. And I think that's why I'm so passionate about it now for me, because, we all talk about great sleep, but we don't really talk about properly resting. We don't talk about recuperation. It's just sleep. It's just a function.
Switching off rather than nourishing.
But it's just so much more. And this is the problem where people are not connected to their bodies, and they're not connected to the natural rhythms of our body. So for me, that's what, when I say alive, feeling like I'm thriving. And my domain name, of course, is Feeling Amazing. That's why I chose it, because for me, like, feeling amazing was what I always dreamed of. Yeah. What I felt I deserved. It was my birthright. It was my innate ability to have that.